Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and we are live late night out in Richmond, Virginia. We're going to be taking your questions, your comments, and so much more. We got a lot to talk about and a lot to discuss in the way of censorship, in the way of overt authoritarianism, and how this is continuing to progress with little to no pushback. And that's why we had Kara Castronova on today, because her event on the 27th in New York City is extremely important. I encourage you to go check that out. And I'm also going to have a representative from the frontline doctors on from the road. I'm going to set that up tomorrow because they're going to be in Des Moines, Iowa. There are so many fronts to attack. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do it like we always do it. Get your questions and comments in now. You can obviously skip the line if you are in Rockfin, but I'm going to tell you right now, like I told you today, I know it's late, but I did promise that we were going to have an uncensored video, and this is what we can't show you on this platform. It's really disturbing because when you watch this, this is something about the impact of censorship, ironically, which we cannot talk about on this platform, right? We're going to do at least 20 or so minutes on YouTube before we get to this video, but it's unbelievable what is happening before our very eyes as history and common sense is completely and totally rewritten on behalf of a predator class that wants to treat us not just like children, because children can remember things. Okay? Children will ask questions. Children, many times, especially when they use their recall, which they don't want us to have anymore, right? Go against the grain. I know I did. At least the smarter ones do. But they have browbeat the populace. And it's going to be really important to go over that video. Before we get there, I do want to tell everybody, let's thumbs it up, subscribe, share. We're still here. We've been kicked off twice, and that's not just got strikes. They took the channel down twice, and somehow I magically got it back twice. The second time was extremely weird when I interacted with YouTube. They're in my DMs. I still haven't done that video where I respond, but hey, it took them over a year to tell me that I was harmful content with one line. Harmful content because, let's just bring it up because it's so ridiculous. You want to talk about censorship. First of all, we should bring up Webster's dictionary, what harmful actually means, and bear with the internet. Hopefully everything's going to be okay on this, but let's go. There's the strike removed. That's my community guidelines strike 2. That was a guidelines removal. Which one was that? Every treatment out there. Oh yeah, they just removed it. They didn't give me a strike for that one. Is a appeal rejected? And then community guidelines removal. Oh, I no longer have my my harmful content. Well, let's bring it up. Let's find it. Everybody can see through my emails. I have no secrets. So let's go YouTube. By the way, thumbs this video up, guys. Subscribe and share. Let's see. YouTube. Bam. So I'd say it was, in May, right? Finally in May, they told me they've reached a decision about your appeal. Oh, wait, no, that's the Cuomo must go. Oh, it's got to be all the way over here. Bump, bump. YouTube, your channel is not approved, okay? So here we go. Monetization pages, how to reapply. Where is it? YouTube partners and programs. Really? I guess I'd have to go to my screenshot, but I don't have it. How to reapply. I guess I could reapply this month too. Exciting. On the 20th, I could reapply now. I mean, right now I'm harmful content. All right, let's go through it. And I do want to remind everybody to Rockfin. And thank you guys so much for the support. Remember, if you're a premium member, you get everybody's premium content. And so many people are putting up awesome free stuff, but the premium stuff You know, you get the Dyer, you get the Convo Couch, you get Conspiracy Social Club with Brian Callen. There's Ron Placone. So many great things over at the Rockfin. I do want to remind people to go there. And again, I'm a documentary filmmaker. They're all free right here, right now in the documentary playlist section. Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade, the motion picture. You know, before we even get going with the AMA, and we're going to go right down the line here. Oh, that was a big jump. So get them in. Again, we got the live chat going. I do want to thank some tippers that I have not been able to thank because I've been on the road. So let's go down the line there as well. And that's a great way to support me. In fact, Iris Lamb just sent one. Thank you, Iris. Just wanted to thank you for getting my husband and I down the rabbit hole back in 2011. Wow, that is a ways down that rabbit hole. With Loose Change, thanks for all the hard work you do. And you know, Loose Change had been around since 2005, guys. It took 6 years for Iris to see that. And that's why these films are so important, because so many people have no idea about any of this information and have not watched the documentaries and have only heard hearsay and have only heard media spin about them and have not done their own research. Or maybe they gleaned through it and they just couldn't believe it and they didn't want to do their own research. So again, Loose Change, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, and Shade, all free right here, right now. Iris, thank you so much for that. Tipsky and Hutch, remember, that's how you skip the line via the Rockfin. Nancy Wade, thank you so much for the tip earlier. Ty Tech, thank you so much. Sarah Reynolds, who I did a video with just a few days ago and went around DC. And by the way, we completely disproved this theory. It's not a theory, it's a lie. This lie that the FBI is closed, the FTC is closed, DOJ is closed. No, they're all open. They're all open at limited capacities with people in the building. They're not boarded up. There was construction going on one face side of the FBI. What do you think? They're just letting them do construction right there with nobody in the building? Like, what kind of farce? What fantasy land do people live in? Jim Garrison exposing the U.S. Just Us system for what it is. Thank you so much for that tip, my friend. Colin Kinsey, thank you so much. Jim Garrison, Jason takes off the gloves. Yikes, that was from Friday, huh? Pritchard Paternoster. Well, thank you, Pritchard Paternoster. And Michelle Sparks. There's many others, Kevin Past, Nate Finn, etc. But those go back a few days, and we're going to get into all the nuttiness today. So let's do it. Hello. Have you heard, have you got your property in Costa Rica, son? No, I don't have any property in Costa Rica. Brian, how are you? I'm switching from Malice. Would you order extra bacon, hot dogs, or an extra patty, or both? I don't know what we're talking about here. Like, I'd go bacon and patty. I like ground beef and I like the pig. Hot dogs are delicious. Like, listen, if it's a Nathan's or it's like one of those German snap dogs or a Hebrew National, right? Those are the dogs, right? Yummy, yummy. Even, you know, there's some good American dogs out there, like some gas station dogs, a 7-Eleven dog, you know, a good Oscar Mayer, right? Maybe a premium ballpark is doable, but boy, like a Bar S or some of those other bogus dogs, I'd rather not eat them at all. When I get one of those dogs, I get so upset. I'm like, whoa. Are the feds going to question people about super chats next? They've already got that algorithm. Listen, signature reduction is real. You know, this is something that I need to DM Kara because I told her I would. I'm gonna just text it to her. What is it? So let's go. Secret Army inside U.S. Newsweek. And by the way, thumbs it up, guys, while I do this. But we do it live. So it is the first thing that comes up if any of you really want to go look for yourself. Okay? Top search. And by the way, it looks like some other people have finally picked up on it. I'm going to now bring this up. Read this signature reduction article. Like, why is nobody else talking about this? This should be a top story everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, you know, Secret army of 60,000 around the world. Listen, around the world, domestically, they're running it. Of course, the feds have already probably talked to me in one way, shape, or form, but they don't want to come talk to me directly, because if they did, guess what? We're going live. We're doing it live. Believe it. Believe the hype ski and hutch. We're doing it live. Oh, you know what? We got another tip all the way down here. Anna Mares sent a $5 tip over on the Rockfin. I have had enough with the mainstream media narrative review only channels who not only provide zero solutions to the problems they point out, but have disdain for comments that do. Who is pointing out these jab incentive employers are being repaid by the government? So concerned about their employees. F that. Listen, why are we acting like billionaires care about us and our well-being and our mental health and our physical health? They never have. They never have. Okay? Predators prey on others. Okay? It's not just exploitation. It's not some kind of mutual beneficiary, right? They, in many ways, are not natural because they loathe their own species and long to implement a transhumanist agenda against us. So I'm trying to offer solutions. Again, you've seen me. We went out to D.C. today, or the other day, showing people that's nonsense. I go to the Scott County board meetings in Iowa. I'll be doing that again. Assange right now. The Action for Assange group, Steve from Slow News Day, they're doing big things. Steve's on tour. Julian's father and his brother are on tour right now. In fact, I believe Steve streamed from Colorado today, if you wanted to see that. There are people out there taking action. Kara Castronova doing marches, again, with Black Lives Matter and MAGA folks on the specific issue of boop boop freedom in New York. And guess what? No one wants to cover it. No one wants to acknowledge that these supposed opposing sides have more in common than the predators at the top. Well, I'm going to acknowledge it. And I'm going to fight it. And more people are fighting their school boards too, because that's next. All of it. All of it. It has to be done now. Now. Let's see. Smiley faces from Anthony. Sir, you bought Superman comics in the 90s. Yes, I did. Oh, I had all the the Death of Superman issues. What was my big ones in the 90s that I love Spawn. Spawn was it, man. Spawn still, like, I can go back and read those. And I need to read them. You know, I'd love to go forward. I haven't been big on comic books in some time. I like that Invincible series on Amazon, and I've heard the comic books are also extremely excellent. So let's continue on. What up, Anthony? Hey, Mad Villain. What up, Doom? How we doing? Doom? Yes, Doom. I have a lot of trouble getting on Rockfin. Do you, Jan? I usually is pretty good. Like, is anybody else having big time trouble getting on Rockfin? Wasn't happy with that 2A from talk from Biden today. I didn't know anything about it. Listen, I got a hotel today after being on the road and being on my feet. Not getting much sleep in the last couple of days. And I slept a little bit after putting this studio together. You saw the studio. Banging out several videos. I want to keep doing this too, by the way. Everybody hit that like button and subscribe, please. Thank you. Let's see. Had to show up for questions. How we doing, Keen? I'm going to ask you only this. Are you okay? Am I okay? You know, I'm great. Like, here's the thing. There's this, notion that somehow people like myself are unhappy or, are constantly upset or down. I'm the opposite. I'm up, up, up. There are moments in life that you are unavoidably going to feel down, are going to feel depressed, are going to look at situations without hope in many instances. And some, unfortunately, in life, there are some things, you know the phrase no hope? there are situations, no hope. Let me give you a situation like this. Like you and me, we're all going to die. There's no hope to live forever. There's a false hope that they'll sell you that you can virtually upload yourself or some kind of bullshit or merge with a machine, sure. But as a human being, let me explain this. To be human is to live and to die. There is no hope for your immortality. You get it? Do you understand? Right? At least not now. That's not what they're selling you. You know, whatever we are, you know, immortal or not, whatever happens after this, because I'm not here to preach to you, that there is false hope. So there's that. But as far as happy, man, the ups in life, like, you know, I just did that weekend with my friend, and, you know, he's not doing so well. It's tough. You know, there were a few times I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, are these going to be like the last pictures I'm going to take with one of my best friends? But at the same time, I had a blast. And 20 plus of some of my best friends, my second family, were all there. People I hadn't seen in 8-9 years were there. And that's the longer ones. I mean, even the ones that I haven't seen in 2-3. You know, forget about just this pandemic and us missing a couple alumni weekends together. Seriously. So that was, you know, overall a joyous occasion. So I am okay. And I hope you're okay too. And I think that people that want to remain okay and do big things, they realize you got to fight forward, right? So let's say we're going to go about 10 more minutes where we answer questions and comments before we go exclusively over to Rockfin and we play this very, very important, let me repeat that, very, very important clip, which is pretty long, about COVID 1984, about this new $3.5 billion plan, finally, to find, you know, pharmaceuticals, therapeutics, antivirals, when really Dr. Corey's going to tell you what they're going to do. And again, they're rewriting history right in front of us, right in front of all of us. It's a big problem. It's an issue, okay? So let's keep going. Let's see. What do you think of Steven Crowder running away from debating Sam Cedar? Who, like, how about either of them comes debates me? Like Sam Cedar. I mean, isn't he just like a progressive warmonger at the end of the day? I don't know much about Sam Cedar because I'll be honest. I haven't listened to Crowder. First of all, I've never listened to a full Crowder show. I've seen clips of Crowder. I watched a couple of interviews Crowder has done, but that's about it. Now, Steven Crowder's a smart guy. He's a funny guy. Let me explain something to you. Steven Crowder, I think that I could do very easily what I just did with Brian Callen and 9/11 with Steven Crowder and any issue. And any issue. And that's what I would try to do. Now, Sam Cedar, I think, would actually be more abrasive. And from what very little I know of him, it's very little. But on a debate on any issue, I would own either of them. And that's not me being cocky. That's just reality. Okay? Anyone that wants to interject real points that are contrarian, okay, to what they put out, I think would be a positive thing. So I don't know about what, I have no idea what this drama is and almost couldn't care less, right? Thanks for keeping on mine. Thank you, theorists. McAfee launching Namecoin. Whoa, that's a big jump, huh? That's a big jump. Oh, we got another one? Yes, we do. We do. Patty Weimers, who is a great supporter of the show, she's tipped $5. She says, hey. I say hey to you, Patty. Thank you for all the support. And again, Patty is like the core audience. You know, she's always here. I'm sure she has a family, friends. And I'm hoping, Patty, that you're reaching some people. You can reach some people. Listen, there were other parts about this weekend when I was meeting my friends that were heartbreaking to me. You know, for instance, you know how many of my buddies got the boop boop, no problems asked, and some of the ones that still hadn't were saying, hey, you know, I want to fly internationally. I'm going to just do it. That's heartbreaking to me. That is heartbreaking. You know, no matter what the side effects or long-term effects may be of it, just the fact that they would be coerced out of fear, okay? Not out of science, because if you don't believe Fauci, you don't believe science, right? No, it's fear. That they won't be able to do something. Anna Mayer says, I feel so much better because of people who have the courage to tell the truth no matter what. It is cathartic. Everyone has to be that person. I'll say a few things right now about the truth and lies, okay? And I think this is important. Number one, lies don't make friends. One. Two, lies never, ever, ever provide long-term happiness. Okay? A lie may get you some kind of an endorphin rush and into a situation where, wow. But long-term happiness? Absolutely not. People that lie all the time, they feel like shit. Okay? So listen, none of us are perfect. And I have certainly told a lie in my day. I try to be as honest as possible, as much as possible. And I think that's important. But own it. Okay? We live in a society where that type of behavior is personified and glorified. And that's a big, big issue. Okay? So let's keep going down the line here. Freaking typo. Whoa, was that a big jump right there? What happened here? Oh, wow, that was a big jump. Okay. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. McAfee launching meme coin whacked. Was he launching another coin from jail? He looked really rough. Here's the deal. McAfee was an older guy. I know that he said he would never commit suicide, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not even saying he did commit suicide. I'm saying it's a possibility. He looked really rough in that prison. And if you're about to get extradited to the United States, Julian Assange style, or maybe, who knows, maybe he slipped some Bitcoin. Maybe he got out. I don't know yet. I've seen a bunch of rumors out there, but I'll be open to the evidence, right? Are you following Jimmy Dore destroying the Young Turks over smearing Aaron Mate? I don't know who Aaron Mate is. And no, I know that Jimmy Graham, that whole crew, easily owns the Young Turks because they're a joke, man. You're a joke, Cenk, right? You're a joke, Anna. Look, those people are so concerned about who they hang out with and their image and buying influence that they can't be honest. They're not honest with themselves. Look, guys, I would love to believe that if somebody pumped $28 million into the Burmese Brigade, that I could resist all temptation. I would love to believe that. But even I would have to take a step back and say, could I resist everything that comes with that and every temptation? Now, if I built that on my own terms, and it wasn't just given to me by obviously, predator class minions, okay? They don't just give you a show on MSNBC. And to his credit, back in the day, he didn't last at MSNBC. But I'm sure he got a little closer to how the game works. The Young Turks, again, it's a cartoon. It's a joke. Anything that comes out of their mouth, of course Jimmy Dore is going to destroy them. And God bless him for it. I love Jimmy. Let's see. Nancy Morgan, heart died, spinal cancer. Conspiracy Tinder is called Cinder and pays you in what? We're not going to say that. We do it live here. That's right. McAfee also has contracts generating a rumored dead man switch. Well, let's see that. Let's see. Vanilla ice cream. It's more than dessert. MF Mad Villain. It's past your bedtime. Not a good look for Steven Crowder to run away from a charlatan like Cedar. It made him look bad. He should have debated Cedar and destroyed him. Are you a big Crowder fan or like I don't understand. Go on tinfoil hat. I'm gonna be going on tinfoil hat. Listen, guys, I'm on the road right now. I'm happy to be doing this and finally set this up. I don't know if you, again, go watch my video about John McAfee dying as it broke, and you see my little suitcase studio. But I'm here for a few days. Again, my sister's getting married. I want to spend time with my family. I don't really take vacations. Think about that. How many times have I taken in the last 2, maybe even 3 years, okay? How many times have I taken more than 2 or 3 days off from doing at least one video? I don't know that I have more than 3. And even when I got kicked off of YouTube, right? I mean, yikes. Yeah, smoking my bedtime dabs late. Uh-oh. Get going, young man. I would have hung up on Cedar. He's boring and everyone involved loses, but him because he's irrelevant. Freaking typo. Let's see. Thanks to Alex Jones, I freebase brain force mixed with super male vitality off of a tinfoil hat. Hashtag, it works. It works, folks. Yeah, there's still a ton of people that believe the official 9/11 story. Sad. That is extremely sad. By the way, 4 more minutes. Let me repeat that. 4 more minutes, and we're going over to the Rockfin exclusively. Make that free account. Follow me. We're on the freebie. The impact of censorship in the fight against COVID-19 84 with Ron Wilson, Dr. Pierre Corey. This one was on Fox News. This was a big one, and it's going to be an important one to watch. So let's go back through just a few more minutes. In the Q&A section over here, let's see. Mr. Burmis, if you would recommend one book, movie, video game, or TV show, what would it be? Well, I like to laugh. That's one thing. As far as books go, geez, the Franklin Scandal or the Franklin Cover-Up, or both of them together, are definitely ones I always recommend people read. Anything by Annie Jacobson, even though it's dense and I haven't read all of her stuff either, it's a no-brainer. I'm just getting through the audiobook, probably on the road back of Area 51, long reads. So video games, I'm a Mortal Kombat guy through and through. The last one was dope. And so was Aftermath. Right now it's on sale. If you're a Mortal Kombat fan, can't go wrong. If you're looking for some, easy entertainment, fun fighting, I'm a big fighting games fan. That's good stuff. Also love the Borderlands series. Any of those, they're cheap. You can get those. And TV shows, man, Westworld 1 through 3 right now. There's a ton of other reasons I would go with, a ton of other shows and entertainment that I love. But Westworld, because especially in this time of where they're trying to sell you on transhumanism, in the 3rd season when they get out of the park, a lot of that is really their vision. I mean, a lot of it. And when I say their vision, I'm talking about a predator class at the top. It's actually probably a little darker than what you see in Westworld, if you can imagine that. It probably is a little darker. Yikes, I know. Let's see. I'm working up to the diamond batter and sauce. We got some haha. Okay, Yellow Brick Road says Tim Pool is a grifter. Okay. You'd think with all my typos that I've been drinking every day, but nope. And by the way, Tim Pool's been nothing but nice to me. Thankfully, no ads. Yes, there are no ads over at the Rockfin. Absolutely not. Let's see. We got a point up, and Durden agrees. It's a yes. Jason is hot. Just had to say it. Well, thanks, I guess. That's nice. Oh, I can answer that myself. Man, the audience is all on him, huh? Let's see. Listen, if he would ever have me on, I'd go, obviously. I want to reach as many people as possible. On my Chromebook, dang. LOL. Let's see. 2 all grass-feed beef patties, special non-GMO sauce, lettuce, cheese on a sesame seed bun. No Big Macs here. They have done a good job convincing a lot of mentally ill and stupid people that they are actually caring, which is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And with that being said, we've been going for 30 minutes on YouTube. Okay? Here's the deal, guys. We're going to Rockfin. We're going to Rockfin. We're going to Rockfin. You want to make that free Rockfin account. All right? I mean, again, Rockfin actually promotes me. If I go over here, boom. There we go. We are almost, listen, right now, if less than 50 of you go over there and follow me and watch the rest of this, and you're going to want to watch this Dr. Pierre Corey footage, I promise you, because it's extremely relevant. It's extremely important. Okay? We're at 20,000. We're at 20,000 followers on a platform that has a minutia of the power and influence of the lords of Google, YouTube, and really the NSA. Right, NASA? You, Google, quantum computing, artificial intelligence, right? So come on over to a platform that is empowering me and not trying to enslave you. I love you guys. The links down below to financially support me are there, but a premium membership over at the Rockfin is one of the greatest ways to do it. And we are going to end this YouTube stream so we can start to play some of this. We'll see you on the flip over at Rockfin, guys. And we are done ski.